Hello and welcome back to 33 Conversations. I'm your host, Michael Abney, and I host this podcast. My intention is to meet mission-driven founders and talk about what they're building in the world and the meaning and the why and how to integrate it. We have a conversation about that, hopefully giving some insight and enlightenment into our own lives as we continue our founder journey. But today I have a very special guest from Munich today. She travels all over the place, so we never know where she's at. But welcome Mo Seetubtim to the podcast. Thank you for being here.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm excited.
It's my pleasure. Today is going to be a little bit different, guys. So Mo has created this amazing product. She has an app too that we'll talk about in a little while. It's called the Happiness Planner. And I received the Happiness Planner the first of this year, and I unboxed it, and I was just really inspired to have this podcast be a little bit different. So at the end of the pod today, we're going to be actually unboxing that, going through that, and teaching something that we're both passionate about, and that's the embodiment of what we're creating. Not just to have a product out in the world to sell it, have money, and go do things, but actually make a difference and have that thing be a part of how our lives. And I was sharing with you a little bit before the pod, I started a global meditation call every day now. And it's something that's really the repetitiveness of it, the connection and know I'm connected to a community has really been something that has made a big difference in all of the chaos that we see happening around the world. And I'm more convinced now than ever that not to pay so much attention to it, and allow that to still stay, because that's my mission, is to stay present when all the chaos is happening. And that takes tools, that takes community, and it takes guests like you. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. But let's kick it off with, I really want to understand a little bit about your story, kind of how you travel all over the place and your energy, and like what was the birth, or where did the seed for this come from that you brought this out, or where did it start? What's the origin of it?
Yeah, I would say since I was a little girl, I've always been passionate about personal development. And it was because my father was very into personal development. So my dad grew up, didn't have like his parents were like farmers, and he really wanted to go far in life. And he realized that in order for him to get ahead in life, he needs to master his subconscious mind. So since when I was born, he always taught me tips about the power of the mind, the power of subconscious mind from, kindergarten, like when I started participating in school comms, like he would teach me how the mind works. And so I've just kind of been obsessed with it since then. And I would say I've always loved art and design, and cute packaging, paper. Like I used to go to stationery stores and would collect like all these cute packaging and cards. And it was like my childhood dream that like I really want to have an inspirational stationery brand where I design beautiful products for people all over the world and people love. And I actually forgot about this dream, but my little sister reminded me that this was the dream that I told her when I was 10. Because I told her I wanted to be a businesswoman, and she was like, "What kind of business do you want to do?" Yeah, somehow I kind of come back to it.
It's crazy how that happens, isn't it? I was at a conversation with somebody a couple of days ago, and this memory of when I was a kid, I used to I used to take our main living room whenever we were growing up, and I would like take the curtains down off the wall and staple it to the ceiling and put lights behind it, and I would literally interview people because I wanted a talk show. I would make my cousins like be my guest and have music and all of that stuff, and I'd forgotten about that. It's like I was doing that at 10 years old, and here I am. This is the thing that I love most in life, is throwing myself into learning how to share people's stories through the podcast medium and what we're doing here today. Because so many of them that you see, this, I want mine to be great and have really amazing people on it. And I just want to be my best and keep evolving. So how did this play out when you were a kid? Like, does other dads do the same thing, or like what was your experience? Did you see yourself as different that you started training your mind early? Because most of us do not have that. We learn that later on from all of the wounds and stuff that we occurred during your childhood. And that's what attracted me so much when I met you on our pre-call. Your energy and your smile and just your groundedness is infectious. So share with me like how that was growing up, having a dad like that gave you that incredible gift that you embody just by breathing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I felt like he was really my inspiration. Like growing up, I would say my mom was very strict, more conservative, and then my dad would just like he just managed to become like a national marathon runner. He managed to move to the US, got offered a green card, and like he just managed to achieve a lot of things. And whatever sport he did, he just like became really good at it and won like gold medals and stuff. And um, yeah, I felt like, you know, part of the reason that like the way I am, it's because of him. Um, and he never like honestly like he never really said like I have to do this, I have to do that. But I just really wanted to compete with myself. Um, and I just find joy in doing that. Like I just really like competing with myself and seeing like how I can be a better version of myself and get better. And I remember when I was participating in like math comms or sports, and obviously like you think like okay maybe I'm not gonna win, you know. And then he was always like you don't think about that. Like winners do not think about losing. Winners just focus on winning, and then you win because when you doubt yourself even just a little bit, you
True.
subconsciously like you will not achieve the goal because your mind already like yeah you might not win.
How do you do that when you were little though? Because
I
did you just
yeah
accept it? Did you just accept it?
I honestly I remember now, and I should actually do this more often because I did it so much back at school, and I always won
Yeah.
competitions. And I don't really do this now, but like I in the shower, literally, I would visualize. I would visualize myself competing in this competition, and I win. Like I would visualizing my mom being so proud of me, you know, getting into this like school, like this selective school or something. And like I would do that like before bed. I would do that when I was in the shower, and it worked. And I would write down like all my goals and I wanted what I wanted to achieve and just throw it away. And somehow like I think most of the things that I wrote down like has already come to true.
Do you ever have doubt? Does it ever creep in? Does it ever get too much?
Of course, all the time. And I think it's, you know, more so I think who you surround yourself with is very important. I think like when I had friends who did not really believe in themselves, and obviously when you told them your ideas, they, how do you say, they
You could
reflect.
feel it.
Yeah, like they told you the reasons why things would not work out, but that just coming from their own subconscious mind and experiences. But now because I'm so aware of it, like whenever friends or people around like around me say these things, like I am aware that it's coming from their own experiences, and I do not take it personally, or you know, I just put it aside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gives you compassion, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
totally. And then I try to teach them to not think that way.
Yes. Well, that's our mission too, is to share your expression. So the happiness planner is the tactile one, but you also have an app too called Ritually. Did I pronounce it
Yeah.
correctly? Ritually. Okay. So share with me about that and how does the virtual one? What's the intention of it?
Yeah,
Or
so
why
actually
did you
we
create
also
that?
have yeah, we actually have a happiness planner app as well, which is
Okay.
essentially just a digital to-do list calendar journaling app, but it's available in multiple languages. But Richly, it's still in development, but it's the next step from, I would say, everything that I have learned from the last 10 years doing the happiness planner, and also with the technological development. Like, I just see that that is the gap in the market for behavior change, you know, because essentially the journals and the planners help people become more self-aware through the process of reflecting and writing and stuff like that. And then, they write down what they want to do, but the action path is something that it's kind of hard to implement. So I see that there's a gap in the market for like something that really help people with the action part. But also, I didn't want to just come up with an app that help people with behavior change because I want to enable and empower coaches, therapists, and doctors to share their experiences and wisdom and be able to create behavior change programs, but we call it daily rituals to make it more like softer and integrative
It actually
than
works.
calling it. Yeah, it
It
sounds
does
more
work.
like it's a ritual, you know.
Yeah, because the mindset that you come into, because we're, you know, grew up in the United States, and like it's all driven to like, herd and do things and action and make it happen and all those things that lives in the background, and you filter sort of everything through that. So when you get something new or a book or something, it lives outside of yourself, and it lives like something to do. So when I started doing anything that's ever stuck in my life came from a different space. When I took on my health and eating right and all of that, that came from a different space. At the same time, the continuity and the repetition of it, often things outside of life or dramas or things or whatever will pull you out of it. And it's really difficult to get back into it. But when I've switched these things to where, like this year, really seriously, this is what I'm taking on. And I didn't connect the name until just right now. But that's actually how I'm taking on my life moving forward, is I'm slowly building rituals that make my life, that supports me. And it's different. The podcast is a ritual. It's something that
Yeah.
that I do now as a ritual, and I was not, I didn't think of that, but now that you saying it, it's like, oh my God, that's why that's working, because I committed to this practice of this is this and this, and I talk to people and we meet, and it's just created a synergy around everything that I love. And it also keeps evolving, which is also interesting. It's not repetitive at all. It's something that is evolving. So an interesting take. Where did the embodiment part come from? Like that aspect of what you're doing, and how does that play into your life? Because you travel all over around. You're living part of my dream of traveling all over the world, and like where did that come from? That adventure part.
Okay, so like the embodiment part, I think there's like these are two
Yeah,
questions,
too.
right?
Sorry. Yeah, but they kind of go
Uh,
together. Because you're
yeah, the
embodying
embodiment.
your something that's causing you to have this where you're just like free to roam everywhere, right?
Yeah, I mean the embodiment part for like the business or the mission, I would say is, everything I have grown personally as the business has grown. I think obviously it's been 10 years. I've grown my wisdom, and I know that the customers also have grown with me and with the products as well. And it's like peeling onions, right? Personal development. Like you keep like so each year I get deeper and deeper, like a deeper understanding of how personal development works. And yeah, it's the practice part, and I just want to be able to help people with behavior change. And also, like, I personally have gone through huge habit change. And you see, when you say habit change, it sounds really like
Yeah, it sounds
but
like
when it's a
who wants it?
ritual,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Who wants to do
Ritual's
that?
different. Yes, absolutely. I
Yeah.
hear you 1,000%. That's why I think
Yeah,
this
and
is a
I
really
like
great
it's
concept. I don't hear it very much.
oh, thank you. Yeah, and like I've gone through, like, I've lost 15 kilo, like I've gone through a lot of changes in my life. And I see people around me. And also, like, let's say let's say if you have like diabetes tendency, you go see a doctor or whatever, you get prescribed treatments, medication, whatever. But it's the behavioral change part that is like you get told, but then there's nowhere to track, nowhere to literally like have like a daily menu that is easy and fun, and you get like scores and streaks. So that's something that I feel like I want to build, like the Duolingo platform for behavior change in that sense. Um, and for
Sounds like a great
traveling the
idea.
world, yeah, oh, thank you. We're still building it, and I hope it works out.
No, we're going to
And as
visualize that it works out. We're going to
yes,
visualize that it works
it will
out. I'm
work
holding
out.
to
It will
that.
be that. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. For traveling the world, because I was born in Thailand and my mom was very, very strict. She was like, you need, very strict. And I basically, because my dad, he moved to the US for a while and he somehow inspired me, and he taught me to speak English from a very young age. Like we would practice speaking English at home because he said that if I wanted to go far in life, I need to be able to read books and watch media in English or another language, as it's not Thai. And so yeah, since when I was a little girl, like I dreamed of traveling the world, and I used to subscribe to these magazines about like world travel, and when I got to go to Australia for the first time for like a Girl Scout camp, it was like an international camp, and I met like 5,000 girls from all over the world. I was like, yeah, I want to visit like all of these countries.
Game changer. As you're literally talking, I realized that same dream that I have that too, but I have some sort of, or had some sort of, I'm going to become aware of this and I'm going to shift this, that I can't do that. Or there's something that had held me back. I'm going to take that on somewhere in there. I'm going to add that to the happiness planner because like I want that too. And I'm like, there's no barriers other than the ones that I had made up about it. One thing I wanted to share with you, just my own personal life, is my mom. She's had diabetes had for over 10 years, and it was really bad. And she was waiting to get on those, like, those shot things, and it was taking a long time. And I had recently, that's probably a year prior, really cleaned my diet, keto and intermittent fasting, and it fell off. And I had fatty liver disease, stage 4, and within 6 months, it had reversed itself that they couldn't find a trace of it anymore. And all of my pre-diabetes things went away. So I just kept going with it. So she took some of those practices on before she got the meds, like about 3 or 4 months. So her eating, her pattern had already shifted. It's only been about 6 months. Her doctor told her she can't be on it anymore because she's already where she needs to be. And that yesterday my mom got the note from the doctor that he's like, you no longer have this. You no longer have diabetes anymore. Isn't that amazing? But it
That's
wasn't the
amazing. I'm so
shots.
happy
It was the habit. And
yeah,
she's not
it's a
scared
habit,
of
and
like,
yes.
yeah, so I just want to acknowledge that because so many people think that just, a shot and whoop, I don't want to do it
Yes.
anymore. But it was the thing. She was tired of waiting. So she went
Yeah.
into action and she just did it herself with these daily
Yeah.
switches of habits and knocked certain
Yeah.
things off. And uh, yeah, so I'm like, yay, mama, that's awesome. And now she's like pencil thin, and it's like she's always had that dream to like have her body back because my mom was, well, she still is beautiful, but like she was a stunner when I was a kid. So yeah, so I just want to acknowledge that it is that, and it's those patterns.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It's
most
it's so
people don't
it's those patterns.
take time.
Yeah.
to-
Yeah. Yeah. And I even have friends that like all of a sudden in their 30s or 40s they start getting like chronic illnesses from out of nowhere, which is actually from like chronic stress, and it's just like it's the little things that you do every day. And yeah, so it's just like now it's like my new mission. Like I want to help people with these changing little habits.
But
Yeah.
let's go to the happiness planner. That's why we're pink. We got a little theme going on. You did your pink lady before I even knew about this. You told me you only had, so these come in like, because all of the pronouns in here are she, which is totally fine. I'm totally great with that. I love pink. But do you have male versions or is it all is your target audience all women mainly?
The majority is women. Usually I would print in like a few colors, but this year I didn't want to print too many units,
Yeah.
But I think next year, well, I mean, at the end of this year, I like to do like a lighter color and then a darker color.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I think this is absolutely beautiful. The gradients, the tactileness of it. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to unbox this for everybody because it was such a joy whenever I got this. Like, it was on the 2nd. So the mail did come on New Year's Day, but like it was, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. This touch, hello. It's got its own little bag. And I put your sticker right there.
Mhm.
You just told me that this is an H, two people like kind of handshaking. And to me it's an M, so I knew your name was Mo. I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I'm
Yeah.
Michael, so that's why I put that on there. And so this is the book that I got. And it comes with some stickers. It's also got a design book in the front. So you tell me, you start guiding me through this process of how you envision folks opening up your box and of all of these goodies and funness, and share with me so that I can take this and integrate this into a ritual in my life.
Yeah, I think every year we change things slightly, so the theme, especially the content in the booklet, I change it. And I like that because I get to decide it however I want. I just feel like I get to inspire people the way I want to inspire them. So like this year we focused on daily rituals. The previous years we focused on like there were years that we focused on productivity, self-love, healing. So like I just change the theme every year. So people don't never really know
I
what
love
they're
that.
getting.
So they get another one every year, right? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so
Yeah.
people love it and they come back and we didn't produce for like 2 years and the loyal customers they're like we can't find another planner like yours, please do it
No, I've never
again.
seen anything like it. I haven't. So is this what we do first? Is this book? What is the purpose
Yeah,
of
that's what you
this?
do first.
Okay,
It's
so
like
this,
a yeah.
go ahead, tell me what it is.
It's just like it's got like a questionnaire that help you design like a roadmap for the year. You basically
Okay.
reflect a little bit on the previous year and then you design a roadmap for the year.
Okay. So when I started and I went through section 1 and then I had the idea, I want to go through this with you so that it wasn't really clear for me. So now that makes sense and I will complete this. So this is like the first section is designing your life one ritual at a time. See, he plotted it in. I see it now. Section 1 is your future. Section 2 is the inner landscape. Section 3 is emotional alignment. So important, so important. Wow. Identity, self-concept. Mo, this is amazing. Visual. Oh, now see, I'm like so pumped. Now that I have that context, I'm so pumped to go through the rest of this. That's probably why this will make way more sense after I complete this one,
Yeah.
right? Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
How do the stickers come into play? Are they inside for the book?
Yeah, that just, to make it fun. Like I know that a lot of the planner girls, maybe men too, like to use colored pens and pencils. It's like you go back to your
Hmm.
being a child, you get to like write in different colors and then use stickers. It's just a fun way to plan.
So when you open it up, it's
Yeah.
got this nice little pouch on the side, and then you put your name right there. So you go through.
Yeah.
Let's just say that I've completed this. I know exactly what that is. I can't wait to do that later. And then I start out. What is a way from your perspective that somebody can begin to embody this from like what's the easiest way or what's the feedback from the folks that are your clients that are using this? Do they put it in their calendar or is there like what is the way? Because we need it. Like if our life's been going like this, to change that happens, there has to be an interrupt and some way of creating a new pattern for ourselves. I use calendars. For this, I'm probably actually going to tag it right onto the ritual that I already got going. But if before that, I would use alarms on my phone to trigger me to, okay, something's different here. What is that? And then, oh yeah, settle into that space. Do you have any wisdom about anything extra or in our spaces that we can use. How did this become, what do you see from your clients, how they're integrating and embodying this in their life? The practice of taking time to, because I noticed that there's a section for the day, but then there's also where you got to go back again and complete like how the day was. So do you recommend like a morning and evening thing? Guide me through that part.
Yeah, I would say like 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes before bed. So you see the section that this version, it asks you like, the today I will embody.
Yes. So let me go to today. Today's Thursday. Today, so what you envy, it's got a little quote at the top. So today is January 8th. What you envy reveals what you're not allowing yourself to become. Oh my God, that's just what I told you. Click. That one got me. Okay, great. Today, I choose to embody the version of me who...
Yeah, so that question, I would say the previous years, we used to ask, today I would like to attract, or a few different questions, or today I'm excited about. This year I decided to do today I will embody somebody who, because,
That's
it's
a
just
deep
like you
one
just
because
need
it actually
to...
stops you and
Yes,
makes you...
deep.
This is the other thing that I think is so powerful. Because I know a lot of us are like this. I'm like this. I rush through things sometimes, like as a thing to do. So now, and that I'm sitting here with you, this is really powerful what you say, and you're saying it every day, but I really want to understand what your intention was behind that question, or how you saw other people answering it. Because this can change lives if that is like thought and felt and processed.
Yeah, so I would say the answer to, I mean, it's all about thinking about the characteristics that we want to be, for the day, or the emotional, like the emotional field or their energetic alignment, and then just put it out there. So you could say, today I will embody the somebody who is confident in herself, or somebody who is calm, or
Okay.
somebody who is not afraid, or whatever, but it's just like thinking about it from that level.
Who is fearless? That
Yeah.
resonates with me today. Fearless.
So it's more from like, it's different from the previous version where we asked, today I'm excited about, or today I would like to attract. Because the previous version we were focusing more on like manifestation, but this version we focuses on embodiment.
And then, so that's focusing that every day, based off of where you are, really that actually is going, that I can see the momentum and the trajectory that could create by slowing down.
Yeah. So embodiment is basically, like becoming, basically. We're focusing on becoming, and focusing on becoming, and embodying the person we want to become.
Oh, and then there's exercises and meals. Why sleep? Just
because sleep is important.
It is.
Just like making sure you get enough sleep is so important.
I know. I can't even do. I've noticed something that my body is becoming intolerant to caffeine. I don't really smoke or drink. I mean, I don't smoke or drink. But I'm finding even like foods, sugar, I can't process very much anymore. Like the taste is different. The caffeine thingy was like, oh my God, I love coffee. What the hell? Like, but there's something about it that's interfering with my new embodiment where I want to go, that it was off guard. So now I'm like herbal teas, which I love. Yeah, so this is like actually pinpointing the physical after the embodiment. So there's alignment there. Then you jot your little schedule, your to-dos, and at the end of the day, that's the 5 minutes where you reflect back on what made me smile today and what I'm proud of myself for today and how I'm feeling on the inside. Any other little points you'd have before? Like, I've stopped making sure like my last hour and a half of the day is, either silent or very light, zen type vibes going on. Where before my life was exhaustion, pass out. Sometimes in life there are events that happen. Like last night, I woke up several times during the night. Like, oh my God, this is really happening with all of the crazy that's happening. And then I get on the phone with you because I was almost not wanting to do podcasts today because of that. And then my meditation today was very different. And I was so excited to meet you and have this conversation about what you created and learn. Now I honestly feel that this is so much easier for me to embody and bring into my life because of what we did today. And then the stickers you just add into little spaces wherever you would like, whatever you would like emphasis on. Yeah. And there you go. You've got your trajectory to keep you tracking the whole year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. At the same time,
Yeah.
it's transforming us. Because we don't ever take the time to stop and connect with ourselves or with others. Actually, connecting with ourselves is the access to connecting with others. Because if you're not connected with yourself, you really can't connect with anyone else. And that's my mission is community and building communities with founders and also within my own community that I currently live right now, which is in San Luis. Yeah. Well, I'm empowered. I'm also very calm and really excited to keep this going. And I want to share feedback with you as I move forward and share my experience with it because I really love, profound love for this right now. So thank you for bringing this into the world. If you could give any advice for anybody out there that has some sort of idea or something that they're wanting to build and maybe in their way, what would you offer them as like a first step or something that they could start today and start to embody?
Yeah, I think you just have to get started. It's all about building momentum, you know? You just learn by doing and just get started. And then as you get started, you will start rolling. But just keep going. Yeah.
Well, I so appreciate your energy and what you brought to the pod today, what you brought to my life. That's joy and all the pink. Thank you for helping me slow down the world today. I really, really needed it. And it was meant to be. Thank you for being here.
Thanks so much for having me.
It's my absolute pleasure. Thank you guys for listening in today. I know this one was a little different. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. I know you did too. If you want to get access to this, I'll put the links in wherever you see this on the internet. And thank you so much for being here and have a blessed day. We will see you guys on the next one.